What is it that you need to know right now about this situation? Let me give you, through this reading, the clarity that you need to make an informed decision. So here is whatever your spirit guides and angels want you to know about whatever situation you want to ask about, whether it's work, love, family, money, whatever it is, okay? I'm gonna give you this piece of advice that will facilitate this decision making, that will make it more clear for you what is it that you need to do, or if this is something that will be at your advantage. Okay, now in front of you, you can appreciate 5 piles. Take the time to pick the pile that you feel the most connected with. Once that you have picked your pile, you can head to the description box, the comment sections, where you will find the timestamps for each group. Thank you to everyone that has shown support to the channel. Thank you to all my clients as well. And I will see you in a couple seconds. Bye. Hi there, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Now, this is an express reading because I want a very quick answer for you. And so yeah, let's start with your reading. So the first card that you have is This is a Sign. Then you also have the 2 of Coins with the 7 of Coins. And then as the future, you got the Hierophant. So already, okay, this is a sign. I guess you were definitely looking for guidance, for an answer to this issue, this situation. I guess you wanted confirmation that the outcome will be aligned with who you are. Some of you really worry about it being aligned with your values, whether it's also like, if you're more of a traditional person, like you want it to be aligned with your tradition, with your religion, or with your sense of stability, this moral compass that you have as well. You just want to make sure that this will end up being into giving you that promise of stability, or delivering that promise of stability, or delivering that sense of belonging as well. And I feel like right now you have been very patient with someone or with a specific situation. You have been very giving, not just patient, like you have been very proactive and have kept yourself very busy with whatever this is, whether it was a relationship, like trying to make it work while you have other things going on in your life, or maybe like you working and studying. Everyone has a different situation that is going on, but I can tell that you have spread yourself thin, trying to meet everyone's expectations and trying to do your best, because you have this idea that it's going to be worth it, that this tree will grow bigger one day and be able to give you fruits. And for now, instead of you asking from whatever it is, this is for anything, you're doing it yourself. But you're still investing time and energy and money into this thing because you have hopes that one day it will become strong enough to give you something back. And with the Hierophant, and also This is a Sign, is telling you that 100% your faith is put on the right place, that this is something that will pan out. This is something that has to do with money, with stability, with marriage, with getting engaged, something more about like tradition and maybe religion. This is where this is going. Okay, so this will deliver the level of formality that you're looking for. There's also a level of power that or influence, more than like maybe monetary power, is like influence or just like power, right? Like that influence of power, that power of influence. Um, I also see for some of you, depending of like the situation you're asking about, you may be like surrounded of more powerful people or very influential people. There is also for some of you a mentor at the end of this road. And by a mentor, maybe you want to work with someone very specifically or be around someone like that you really admire, and you want to be able to have that opportunity, and this is why you're doing all of this sacrificing in the current time. But and so I see that this is like they're telling you this is a sign, this reading is a sign that you were looking for, because I feel like you already have faith. You already have put the work. You have been very conservative already in the way you have been to achieve this. And by conservative, I mean like you have been focusing on what you can do, what you can give, rather than like asking for help or looking around or trying to take a shortcut. You have already put in the hard work. So yeah, this is like, if this is what you're looking for, then it will be easier for you to make this decision. Okay, thank you, group number one. I hope to see you on the next pick a card. Bye. Hi there, group number two, and welcome to your reading. Now remember, this will apply to any situation that you have right now, and this will give you the clarity that you need for you to know what to expect from the situation, and then make a informed decision, and for you to make a decision that is aligned with what you want. Okay, because sometimes we don't know whether to still invest more time or money into something. So you got already here unlikely, and they give me the star. Interesting. And then you also have for the future, you got the Princess of Swords and Temperance. Okay, now I'm getting what this is about. I feel like, okay, you want to know whether a situation is gonna ever evolve, if it's ever going to change, or if you're ever going to be able to do something to achieve something specifically. I don't know if you're already investing money, time, energy into this. This could be as simple as like, are we ever going to be more than friends, let's say, right? Or is he ever going to come back, or am I ever going to, like, is the situation, like the status of the situation is ever going to change? And the answer already they're giving you, it's unlikely. And I feel like this is what is killing you, because you feel like there's that percent of chance that it's going to happen, that you may look like a fool if you end up giving up on the situation, and then you feel like, oh, maybe I could have had a chance, right? I'm gonna tell you what's going on. With the star, I feel like you're being very hopeful. It's clear that with the energy of your energy and maybe also the situation, okay? I'm not saying that you are to blame. I feel like whatever the situation is, the promise is really big, right? The promise is something that you feel very connected to and will be ideal. It's like the ideal situation. And I just feel like when it comes to this, right, because could be other situations you're more realistic or you're more like impatient, but with this, because it really strikes a specific chord, I just feel like it will be very hard for you to like let go, because you're being very dreamy about this whole thing. You're being very idealistic and hopeful, and it's like wishful thinking, right? I just feel like this situation is like, there's a creative artistic side as well for some of you, that that the situation has to offer, and that's why you feel like, oh my gosh, this will be the dream job, or this will be the dream situation. You could also, okay, with the star, when it comes to love, if this represents the person you're into, or the situation, or how things happened, you're like, oh my gosh, this will be such an amazing story to tell my grandkids or my kids, about how I met their dad. Or like, oh my gosh, this person is literally everything I have asked for. Like, she is pretty inside out, she's such a good person, she's independent, whatever for you is like your dream girl, right? So because this is your dream job, your dream girl, your dream like situation, it's really hard to see things straight. Plus, also, I feel like if there's even a 1% chance that this could happen, you're not giving up. And I can see it here because they're telling you already this is very unlikely. And so, the most important piece of information that you need to hear, that you need to know about this, is just coming. Okay, with this Page of Swords and Temperance, it is telling me that you will soon, right, or in the future, hear some piece of information, news, right, will be news to you. It's not like something you knew about but it didn't really click. No, it's like you're gonna find out something, and this is going to delay things even more. And so if you were already waiting for this, it's like this is going to keep delaying, right? So it's like, let's say when someone is wanting to get their citizenship. Okay, I'm going to give you one example. You're trying to get your citizenship for some time, but it's just not happening. And you're like, you know what? I just think I'm just gonna go back to my country because I'm just not about living here alone, and this has delayed so much already, and for one reason or another, okay? And you're like, okay, but I'm gonna feel very dumb if I leave and then I finally have the chance and I'm gonna keep feeling like this could have happened, right? But then you choose to still stay, and you once again you wait for another year, and now you hear the news that because there has been a change in the political situation in the country you're in, now that program that you were in, that you were spending so much money for you to finally be able to get your citizenship, is no longer open, or is no longer, let's say that it's like it's put on pause until whenever, like they don't give you a date, right? So there could be years before they reopen that program again, which is the program you were using to get through your entire things with your paperwork and your citizenship, right? So they're telling you already that it's not that it's not gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon at all. And with Temperance is because the timing is not the right one for you. And so if you're not willing, or you don't have the money, okay, if you don't have the resources to wait any longer, just I'm telling you that this is going to take much more time than what you were thinking. It could happen down the road, yes, but it's very unlikely. And unless you're willing to bet all the money, all the time, right, on this, let's say that you're thinking about waiting for a guy or a girl, you're just, well, get comfortable because you're gonna wait for a long time. And yes, maybe down the road this could happen, but if you're willing to give away 5 years of your life or 3 years of your life for this person, then go ahead. But I'm telling you that the chances are like a 5% for this to actually happen. So with Temperance as well, I'm just sensing that there's no way for you to rush this at all. And that if for some of you, this is not even meant to happen for you. And this is why even if you keep trying, even if you feel like this is meant for you, because with the star is like you picture it and you're like, this is so meant for me. I'm manifesting this. I manifested this. Like you feel like this is meant for you. With Temperance is telling me it might be, but not right now. Or you may be pushing things that are not happening because they're not the right ones for you. So yeah, pile number 2. I hope that this will help you make a decision that makes more sense with what do you want out of life. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your beautiful presence. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Now this is a express reading, so it's going to be short but really straight to the point. Okay, now this reading, like I said, it is perfect for those that need a bit of information so you could make a more informed decision about the situation. Okay, so the first card you got is you're going in the right direction. And you also got get more information. Okay, so these 2 messages already are telling me like your heart is in the right place. The actions that you're taking are the right ones, but you're not yet fully aligned with how things should, like what things will make. You're not fully aligned with what could make things easier for you. Okay, I feel like there's a little bit more digging that you need to make, so you take, it's not the right decision because you're already making the right decisions, but it's like, okay, let's say the right decision is quitting school so you can start doing what you love. But it's the way, the timing, or the way you're gonna go about it, right? The way that you're gonna set up your business, that you still need more information about it so you have success with this. I hope that this makes sense, okay? So that's why it's like, okay, you're on the right direction. Like your thinking is correct for you. It applies perfectly to what's best for you and what may bring you happiness, love, peace, money, success. Yet you haven't yet figured out the right way to go about it. Okay, so let me look at these cards. You got defeat, well, the 5 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So here you go. This is telling me that you're having difficulty, or maybe there's a lot of people that do not believe in your dreams. You may have a lot of people with opinions, different opinions from your own, of course, that may not believe in your dreams, may not believe in this endeavor that you do want to start, that they don't believe maybe that you are capable. So I'm sorry about that, because of course that can be very hurtful, that can be very hard. It just makes things a bit harder than they should be. And I just feel like maybe even like you're having a hard time people supporting your decision. Okay, like supporting with money or time, or like you may be asking others for favors, maybe not monetary favors, but you may be asking for help somehow. And it's just like they're not wanting to help you. And I feel like even there could be people around you that you thought that were your friends, or you thought that you could trust them. And now, because of this situation, you're realizing that it's not that you cannot trust them, but they're not necessarily the people that you thought they were. I just feel like this decision that you're making, or you're trying to make, right? I feel like you have already made that decision before the situation. And this is what got you in trouble with other people, or this is what got you like in the blacklist. And of course, it's hard when people don't believe in your capacity. Mainly with the Ace of Coins, I'm sure that this is either something to do with money, right? A way of making a living where you want to invest your time. But if this were to be a relationship, it's more like they don't believe that this will last. They don't believe that you're capable of that level of stability, maybe, or that your partner is not going to be giving you that stability that you're looking for, that won't be committed to it to the level that you're thinking this will happen. And what you can expect for this, and this is confirming this whole message of like you're going in the right direction and you just need to, look for more information. There's the Four of Pentacles. So 100% like in the future, they're telling you this situation will have this stability. You know how I was saying like stability is like a key word in here. So that stability you were looking for, it's going to be happening, okay, with this Four of Coins. So whether this is, like I said, a job, a business, there will be, the Four of Coins is not showing me like you will be a millionaire, okay? But this is just like more like the future, not like long-term future. Maybe sometimes this could be a stepping stone. Sometimes we open one business and this may never be what makes us millionaires, but this is a stepping stone for us to open something else, okay? So the Four of Coins is this will give something, and this will give you what everything that you need, and this will give you stability. I hope that this reading, like I said, this was a quick reading. I hope that this reading gave you the clarity that you needed right now for you to make and align decisions with your goals. And remember, private readings, tarotbyfernanda.com. Thank you to everyone that is here, that supports the channel, and I will see you on the next pick a card. Bye. Hi there, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. This reading will be very quick because it's an express reading and it's pretty much meant to just give you the clarity that you need, the information that you need to know whether it's worth for you to keep going in the situation, right? To keep investing time, energy, money, maybe a project that you have, maybe a relationship. So whatever piece of information that you need is gonna be here, and hopefully this will facilitate your decision making. Mi amor, corazón. There's I don't think you can see her, but she's like playing. Okay, pile number 4. So the first message here is listen to your intuition. So this already, without even looking at the other cards, it is telling me that you have already had like a hunch about this, a feeling about this. Like you already know whether this is giving you like a good feeling or if it's making you feel anxious and nervous. Like your intuition is already telling you whether this is good for you or not. And it's like whenever we are wondering whether this person is the right person for us, romantically speaking, but already we feel all types of ways, like nauseous and anxious whenever we're around this person. And so it's like our intuition is already trying to tell us something through that, right? So here is also like, I feel like some of you could have already experienced dreams, like with this person or with this situation. Like you may have already dreamed about it, and you may have this card, this dream as, no, it's just my imagination, like I'm just imagining things. But I feel like it is clear, like your intuition, however it usually comes, whether like with scent, dreams, maybe images, maybe like voices, maybe like you see like you are capable of connecting dots based on synchronicity, like however it usually reaffirms things in your life, it is telling me it has already done that. But I feel like for whatever reason you feel like you still need more information. Okay, so already with the first card, this is telling me with this King of Coins is like you feel like currently this is doing so well. This is so abundant. This is giving. Okay, so I get it 100% if maybe your intuition is giving you a different answer. I haven't looked at the other card yet, but it's because currently with the King of Pentacles is like everything is so amazing, everything is so giving, so promising, so full of potential, like, and not even potential, I feel like whatever you're receiving is tangible, like whatever you're seeing seems so real that you can only imagine that things in the future will be like that, will be the same. And okay, got it. I was having a feeling that maybe what's coming in the future was going to be different from what you're experiencing right now. And the thing is, in the future, your intuition has already told you that things will be getting pretty hard, pretty challenging. Like you can see this soldier that has a bandage on his forehead, right? Maybe he already lost an eye as well. So there are some losses here. There are some sacrifices of things that we cannot get back. The Nine of Wands in a lot of decks is actually represented by a soldier that is missing a leg, right? Or part of his leg. And it's like, this is something that cannot be replaced no matter what. Like there's nothing that can be done to get that leg back. Okay, it's like scars of war pretty much. And so this is why they're telling you listen to your intuition, because I feel like logically speaking everything is showing you that this is worth it, or showing you that this will be happening, or showing you that this will grow. A very easy example right now is like crypto. Okay, maybe everything, like so far in the past 5 years you have been able to become a millionaire with cryptocurrency, but your intuition, there's some little voice that is telling you that this will not be like that forever, or this will not be like this, like this will not remain the same. And it's really hard to listen to that voice and to that feeling, because everything is going so marvelously for you. You're being so successful, and financially speaking everything is going so well, right? And it just seems like you are surrounded of wealth, or like confirmation of this is working for you, but your intuition is telling you that things will not be remaining the same. So whether this is a relationship, this is a job, this is like maybe like, oh my gosh, I found this job that pays so well, so maybe I'm gonna purchase a home. But maybe you were thinking of like, should I purchase this home which is completely out of my budget, but because I believe this job will remain the same, then I should be able, even though I'm going to be a bit tight on money, I feel like I can get there. Well, they're telling you things are not going to remain the same like the way that you think they will. And so going on this path, you will have to sacrifice things that are not coming back ever again. So you will have scars of war, okay? So whatever, if hopefully this gives you the piece of information that you were missing to make an informed decision about your situation, okay? Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for your continued support. Yeah, and we'll see you on the next pick a card. Bye. Hi there, pile number 5, and welcome to your reading. So remember, this is an express reading because you're gonna get your answer quick and clear, and this is what you need to know right now to make the right decision for you. What is it that you need to hear? What is that piece of information missing for you to make a coherent decision within this situation, okay? Whether it's about a relationship, a job, a friendship, an investment, whatever, okay? So let's look at your cards. So the first one is no. Then you have the 10 of Wands. And you got the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so let me tell you already that this no has nothing to do with like, no, you shouldn't do something. It's more about, okay, let me tell you a little bit about what I'm sensing about the situation. Things have been pretty hard. There's hardship in here, okay? You have been maybe held yourself responsible for things that were not even your responsibility. Maybe you were like putting up with other people's responsibility and just pushing through. You could be very exhausted and feeling like, am I ever going to get there? It's like, even like almost like you are at the point where this task feels like impossible. Okay, it feels like you're never going to get there, and even if the distance is so short, the weight that you're carrying is just too much for you. Okay, and you have been carrying this for some time. And I'm not talking about emotional like baggage or like necessarily. It's more about like all the things you have had to do or sacrificed to get there, and so everything becomes so exhausting. Now, what they're showing me for the future, okay, because this is the important part, is the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Coins. So your luck is about to change. I just feel like you were working so hard for so little, and with the Wheel of Fortune is saying that your luck when it comes to your financial situation, your economic situation, your work situation, it's about to change. And I feel like you're gonna get very lucky and things are going to move slow but smoothly without so much hardship. Because this Ten of Wands is very different from this Knight of Coins, okay? Because this Knight actually got a horse. And this one is walking by himself, right? No help whatsoever. So with this Knight of Pentacles, I even feel like it's not that you're getting help from others, but it's just that you are going to have access to the right tools for things to get easier. So if it were to be a relationship, could be therapy, could be like, I don't know, things that kind of unburdens your relationship, your current relationship. Like it makes it not so stressful by outside factors. And I feel like if this is about money, it's like your situation with the Wheel of Fortune is like your luck is about to completely change. Okay, so I feel like this no has more to do with how you word your question, because this is not telling you that no, this is not happening. It's more like maybe you were like asking, should I give up on this? Should I should I sell my house? Will I always be poor? Will I always be whatever? And the answer is no. The situation will not be remaining the same. The situation will change for the better for you with this Wheel of Fortune. Trust me that if the answer were to be a no, which was the case like of other groups, I will tell you, but this no doesn't seem like no, the situation or you're an unlucky person. Is your luck is about to change, so know that. So whatever you're asking about, you're not doing it from a place of lack or a place of like thinking you're not gonna have enough, or you're never going to be able to have that financial stability or success. For you though, I'm going to get some more cards. Just gonna get one more card. you're gonna get options as well. Okay, so whatever the situation is, a relationship, a job, whatever your situation is about to change. But also, it's like, although you're going to get to more of a steady place where things are moving up for you, also with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands, I just feel like you're going to also experience more options, that maybe right now you're only looking at this like tunnel vision. This is the only way for me to get from A to B. But later on, you're gonna realize that there are more options, more ways, more options for you. Okay. And also, I will say that these other options are more fun for you as well. There's a word creative and fun. Okay, hope that this reading was useful to you, pal number 5. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your beautiful presence, supporting the channel. And I'll see you on the next pick a card. You guys already know that for private readings, tarotbyfernanda.com. Bye.